This is Cape Town, South Africa.
Hi everybody, my name is Eden. I'm a part-time travel blogger and YouTuber who also works a regular day job. I have a dream to visit every country in the world with just my PTO. If you're interested in this journey and want to follow along, consider subscribing to my channel. For today's video, you can join me on a Cape Town solo trip in my 29th country of South Africa.
Hi! So I just got to Cape Town. I just landed a couple hours ago and I came straight here to Boulder's Beach. I booked a hotel right on the waterfront so that I could see the penguins as much as possible. Boulder's Beach is a little bit out of the way from the Cape Town City Center. So I thought I'd come here, spend a night here, and, you know, take advantage of some time to just kind of come down here, see the penguins, check out the beach, and yeah, I'm really excited. This beach is inside of Table Mountain National Park, and they are only open from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. It's after 5, but there is a boardwalk here where you can kind of walk around and still see a whole bunch of penguins. They come right up to the boardwalk. But I'm going to come back tomorrow morning right at 8 a.m. when they open, and hopefully get up a little bit closer with the penguins. So yeah, let's go check out the boardwalk.
This boardwalk runs the length of Boulder's Beach alongside the African penguin colony and is free to access, and it's open 24 hours a day.
So even if you come here when Boulder's Beach is closed, you can still walk along the boardwalk here and you can get pretty close to the penguins here. They're kind of all along the boardwalk.
The next morning I got up early so I could be first inside. This area has a boardwalk viewpoint that extends all the way out to the beach overlooking the penguin colony. If you want to be right on the beach with the penguins, you'll need to enter the beach side, which is about a 10-minute walk from here. As for me, I chose to give the penguins their space and admire from up here. It's estimated that there are between 2,000 to 3,000 African penguins at Boulder's Beach, and this is a conservation area, so please be kind and respectful of the penguins during your visit. For the rest of my time in Cape Town, I stayed over near the popular V&A waterfront.
So today is the day that I'm doing the Robben Island tour. Robben Island, obviously that's where Nelson Mandela was held when he was a prisoner. So the tour out to Robben Island starts at 8 a.m. That'll be like your pickup time if you book a tour, and you get back to the waterfront around 1 p.m. So it's about a 5-hour commitment if you want to do the tour out to Robben Island. I did not see a way to visit Robben Island without the tour. So it might be possible, but I didn't see any way to get like a ticket out without the tour. So just keep that in mind. And the tours for Robben Island, the ferry departs from this building here at the V&A waterfront. Waterfront here is a popular place for shopping and dining. There's some upscale restaurants here, and then just some local restaurants, and then there's also like kind of a mall, like an indoor mall, and then there's outdoor shops as well. Also, just keep in mind, I've been walking around this area quite a bit the last few days, and I have seen some people trying to grab some bags and things like that, so keep your items close to you, keep your bag in front.
This is the boat you take out to Robben Island, where you'll start with a bus tour around the island, then take a walking guided tour inside the prison. The tour is incredibly interesting and a great introduction to the fairly recent and very complicated history of South Africa. Tickets for the Robben Island tour sell out, so you'll want to book those ahead of time. I've dropped a link down below in the description box if you're interested. If you would like to learn more about the history and culture of South Africa, I also recommend visiting the colorful Bo-Kaap neighborhood, which was a formerly segregated area, but today is a multicultural community with a predominantly Muslim population. And you can also visit the District 6 Museum, which tells the story of how racism and apartheid tragically impacted this once diverse and thriving community.
Good morning from the top of Table Mountain. It's about 9 o'clock right now. Normally the wait to get up here on top of Table Mountain via the cable car is about 3 hours. I got here at about 8:25 and the first cable car up is at 8:30. So I managed to get on the second one. So if you can get here around 8 o'clock, I think you can get up to the top on either the first or second cable car and save yourself having to wait in line 3 hours. And definitely purchase your tickets ahead of time so that you don't have to wait in line for tickets and then get in line for the cable car. But yeah, it's absolutely beautiful up here. I would also check the weather before you book your tickets and try and make sure that you come on a day where it's going to be mostly clear and not cloudy, because otherwise you won't be able to see anything.
Table Mountain was one of the highlights of my time in Cape Town, and this is definitely one attraction you don't want to miss. Plan to spend about 45 minutes to an hour or so up top enjoying the views of the city, the ocean, and you'll even get a bird's eye view of Lion's Head down below. The next stop on my Cape Town solo trip was to one of the city's best beach communities for epic ocean views, fruity cocktails, and some lunch.
Okay, so this is Camps Bay. I came here right after leaving Table Mountain. It's pretty close, about a 10-minute drive, just a couple dollars if you take an Uber. And I'm gonna hang out here on the beach today. You can see at this beach, the waves are pretty big, so there's not a lot of surfers out here. After I'm done hanging out on the beach, I'm gonna go across the street. There's a restaurant I really wanna try out called Cafe Caprice. So we're gonna go check that out, and then just a couple stores down, there's a cocktail place that I really want to check out as well that has some really creative kind of craft cocktails.
I opted to start with cocktails first and made my way to Cause Effect Cocktail Kitchen, which is famous for its very creative drink menu and presentations. Afterwards, I made my way to Cafe Caprice, which is a trendy beachside cafe known for its fun cocktails and delicious sandwiches. The next morning, I visited Cape Town's famous Kirstenbosch Botanical Garden, which was honestly so much cooler than I expected. The gardens are perfect for photographers or anyone really looking to enjoy a peaceful morning with incredible scenery. Afterwards, I made my way to Muizenberg Beach to see the Instagram famous Muizenberg Beach Huts. This is another great place for photos, but is also a great beach for surfing. This beach has very small waves and is popular for surfing lessons, but it's also just beautiful if you want to take in the views. And last but not least, I went wine tasting at 2 wineries in the Cape Winelands. I started with a wine and chocolate pairing at the historic Groot Constantia before making my way to the very picturesque Constantia Glen. If you only have time for one winery, make it this one. The wine and food here was the best I had during my whole trip to Cape Town.
My hair looks a little crazy and I definitely had a lot of wine, but the background right here, it looks straight out of a postcard. It's just incredible. And the wine is really good.